It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Patriots and the Chargers, and it's coming up next.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis and CD in the field kickoff. Let's give these two offense out to you.
We're amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can realize the numbers and find where exactly on the field the defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game, and if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they give to Tomlinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fouts to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Here's Fouts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So here are the Patriots now in excellent field position to start things out. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
Wait, 20!
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, another run for Dillon. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Cunningham. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Brady now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got it. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Dillon. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the handoff, here's Tomlinson. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Throwing his Fouts. He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Fouts. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Fouts. Middle of the field to Jefferson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run on first down. Tomlinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Tomlinson, able to slither by. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw is Fouts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Let's go.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And the ball is loose. Dillon lost it. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Going the other way.
We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And shedding through the tackle. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 69 yards on the ground for him so far.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Second down at 4. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. Nifty move. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run Tomlinson, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
They ain't got a chance.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 15. Off-play action. Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Brady. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Morgan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the handoff, Dillon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Second and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd down now, Tomlinson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
On is the Chargers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. New England's offense set to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Off the play fake, Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, Brady. He'll dump this down to Dillon. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here's Brady. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that makes it 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find Winslow on the left side complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This one caught by Winslow. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
Don't do us like that.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Draw play, Tomlinson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Fouts to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running right, this is Tomlinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 101 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They run with Neal.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Back to throw here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Tomlinson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 8 coming up. Now Brady. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Dillon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, it's Brady. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Brady now on 1st down. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Second and 10. Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
That's caught. It's Cunningham. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Dillon, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Stop talking now.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Brady going to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing now is Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Brady to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
$17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Keep playing hard.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Here's Fouts. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Fouts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chandler. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Fouts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
To throw is Fouts. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Fouts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, though. Let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for New England. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. And meanwhile, for the Chargers, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Let's go! Let's go!
Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Brady now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll look to throw. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43.
Let's go.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the handoff, Tomlinson dancing away at the 35. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will find Winslow. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Here's the option. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Handoff left, Tomlinson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They go again to Tomlinson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. New England trying to get a place on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go draw play. It's Dillon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. Pass incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Brady. And this one caught by Coates. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Morgan. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff to Dillon, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 17 yards out. And the Patriots have retaken a third-quarter lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Fouts to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
We got him!
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Brady. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Here's Brady. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough, and now 4th down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's the big man Dillon with it. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. Again, it's Dillon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number 1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
New England on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, Dillon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Dillon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. On play action, it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morgan. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Brady going to throw. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Show him how to play football. Let's go.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Dillon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run on first down. Tomlinson, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd and 7. Again, it's Tomlinson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Let's play ball, baby. There you go. It's about that time. Let's go. Cowboy 80. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Never mind, 52. Right there.
Throwing his Fouts. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now Brown. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New England's offense set to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Running right, here's Falk. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd down now, Dillon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now Brady. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. To throw his Fouts. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they've got to go thank the guys on D.
Here's Fouts. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Fouts. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Brady. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Fouts. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Tomlinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Right there.
They'll look to throw here. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
The previous play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, running on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Meanwhile, Brady's throw here taken in by Morgan. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to throw, Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play, Brady to Gronkowski. 42 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the handoff, Dillon. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Get ready.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? He's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So the Chargers now down by 7, and time a huge factor. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.